say she is the beauty queen.
Is this how you're gonna start every podcast? Oh,
Everyone.
I'm under under protest now. Uh,
Why?
I don't know. I'm just fucking with you. So look who's back. Welcome back to the internet, there, pal.
I
You were
I
kicked off
know.
a whole section of it for a good week.
Seven days.
Can I tell you how funny it was when you messaged me earlier today? And I guess it was after the time that they said they'd reinstate you, and they hadn't reinstated you yet. How
It was
excited!
Pacific Standard Time.
How excited I was that there was a
You were.
snafu, and you were going to get so worked up over it that I was going to start poking the bear. I was getting so excited. I was praying they had like forgotten about you or set the timer for tomorrow or something. I was so
You
disappointed.
were excited.
I
I
was.
know.
Well, two
Yeah.
things. Two things. There's that,
Yeah.
and because we love to rib each other and bust each other's balls, I was so fucking tempted to like report something else of yours to extend your suspension.
Do you know that the ruckus you would have caused amongst my people?
Well, they would never have. I would never have revealed that I did it.
You wouldn't have had to because you've mentioned it. I would have immediately said it was you. Everybody would have hated you.
Well, you've already turned most of them against me, anyways. So look, it would have been hilarious, and it would have been totally worth the heat.
Yeah, but I'm the cash cow here, pal.
Well, let's put that in air quotes because lately you haven't been paying off too well. So
No, true.
especially with you being bumped off TikTok, I'm realizing.
Right,
Like,
right,
well,
right.
might
You were
as well.
hurting. The brand was hurting.
Yeah, right. The face of the
Right,
company had a black eye for a while there.
right. This is true.
So when did they pop you back on?
At 1 o'clock our time, which would have been 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Did you misread it, or did they give you Eastern and you?
I thought I saw Eastern, but when I went back and looked, I definitely did not see Eastern. I
Oh,
made that up.
you
That was a
dyslexic
made up.
bitch.
That was made up. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just in a rush.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 3 hours must have been like the worst of it, huh? That
There
like,
it is. I'm trying to change here, but Vandal's walking in on me.
yeah, I don't. That guy, that guy's a little weird. Why?
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
I know that's why I choose to take my shots here.
Right.
I still don't understand. He made some comment on your TikTok to me, and I still don't understand what he was talking about. So
I don't either.
so how's it been coming back?
I've only posted one video,
Oh
150
my god!
likes,
Oh my god!
about to be at 600 views. Just one video. I'm testing the waters on my first, minute back. Testing the waters.
Jesus!
That's all.
First minute, you've been back for hours now.
I'm testing the waters a little bit, but don't worry.
I figured you'd have gone live. You'd have uploaded 10 videos. You'd have done your,
But let me tell you, 7 days off of TikTok has given me this newfound life where I had to fill the void, so I started doing other things like taking wrestling bookings like an idiot.
Oh my god! Are we are we even gonna so you've officially taken some bookings now.
Unfortunately,
You've committed yourself. Now let me explain.
to two.
Let me
So far.
explain to you because obviously
Yeah.
you have forgotten how this goes. How this
Right.
always goes is you're ready to come back and you're excited and you're in the best shape of your life over and over and over again and you're motivated, and then as we get close to the date you start to like not want to do it, and then
Right.
by the time like the week of, you are filled with such dread of having to go do this thing, and you're like and then you're 50-50. Sometimes you cancel and sometimes you go. When you go, you're miserable until the event starts, and then even the wrestling's immaterial. You go, you do the wrestling,
Right.
whatever it is, but generally, or a good percentage of the time, you're like there with me or with some other friends, and it's just an opportunity to have fun.
Right.
But you're going to have that like 2 or 3 weeks of growing misery and dread, and what did I do, and why did I do this, and and you know,
Listen. I've already texted Blake and been like, I don't even know what's going on because I can't believe I did this.
yeah. Well, also you've agreed to work.
Immediate regret.
You've kind of agreed to work with someone you don't really enjoy working with.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
he calls me today.
Your
Right.
your former and future tag team partner. Yes.
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
Fat shit sociato
Okay.
calls me and says, "I'm 10 minutes from your
Whoa, whoa,
house."
whoa. Do it in his voice.
Okay. Oh, yo, Shrek Gocciozzo, eh? That's how he talks, right? He's a fake Italian guy. And he's like, oh, bada bing, bada boom, hey, oh. And you're like, all right, just talk to me like a normal human. And he's like, and he's sweating. I want everybody to picture this. He's sweating because he's fat and he's just like, he eats a lot of cannolis and, shoots a lot of oils in his ass. And he's sweating. And
Shoots
he's,
oils in his ass.
and he's sweating because like the Adderall is running through him like the Ultimate Warrior, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm 10 minutes from your house. Well, what are you doing today? Oh, I was like, listen, I'm kind of busy. I mean, he's like, yeah, well, I'm at Gallows because Luke Gallows, who was in WWE, blah blah blah, not anymore, lives like 10 minutes from me. He's like, yeah, we filmed something last night, so I'm in the neighborhood, and maybe we could film something. And I said, cool. What time did you get here? He said, like 6:15. I said, we will be done filming by 6:45 because I've got shit to do.
Yeah.
So we've got to film something for the Slambinos because we're back apparently now for this booking I took, which that's a whole story unto itself. I don't even know if I should tell it on the air. I'll probably lose the booking if I do because I feel like I'm booked, but I'm not really booked yet.
Right.
My demands may have been a little too high today. But,
They were Chadwick-esque in their.
Listen, if for a second the guy said, "Did I call Blake or AJ?" And I said, "No, it's AJ," because my demands for this show were incredibly high. I'm 40, about to be 40 years old, and I'm not coming in for nothing, right? Like this isn't happening.
Right.
Anyway, so Fat Shitso is coming to my house here at 6:15 to film a Slambino promo, which you can watch. I'll post them on my Facebook page. If you're, if you follow the Slambinos on Facebook, you can watch them there. They're funny. I mean, it's funny because I'm funny. He's not funny. But we're gonna film something, and he's like, "Well, what do you want to film?" Hey, oh, hey. I said, "Well, I got an idea. You have no creative brain at all, so we're gonna film something in the woods because we're supposed to be two Italian gangsters from like New York, but obviously I have this big beard in the woods and this hair. We're gonna film something like a City Slickers kind of thing. It's gonna be funny." So he's coming to my house here a little bit. He's gonna film it.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I don't know. I still don't like him. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like two things that I laugh at is that like you're working with him again, which like
Right.
of all the things to come back and have an enjoyable run wrestling, it doesn't seem like the right formula. And B, you're doing the Slambinos instead of the Breakfast Club. I mean, you could have done a Breakfast Club gimmick and sold a bunch of your own shirts there and made some real money.
Yeah, but for that, I had no choice. Like, this guy literally he's an Italian guy from the Northeast, from New York. He literally wanted the Slambinos. And this is the best part about it all. This is what's going to pop you. I forgot to even text this to Blake. The entire time I'm on the phone, the guy's calling us the Slambonis. And I'm like, do your research, pal. Like, the Slambonis. But,
how do you even like misprint, like when you read it?
That's something like my dad would say.
You can't like if you look at the word, it spells itself out. You can't even mispronounce it to that.
But it's like my dad calls fajitas fajitas. I'm like, Dad, there's no R. And he's like, no, it's a fajita. I was like, in what world is it a fajita?
It's like a frittata.
It must be it's a New York thing. I don't know. They change words around.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
I took this wrestling book and I took another one in November now that one, the one in November is Breakfast Club. It's I took a booking for our friends Josh Powers and TK Stark in Greenville, South Carolina, November 14th, that's not even the date. I made that up. It's November something. It's a daytime show, 3:00, and that's only a 3-hour drive from my house. I don't mind driving that one. I know I won't get paid. They've never paid me once. Those two cheap fucks. So I'm
Well,
doing it as a favor to them.
from one cheap fuck to another, you guys probably should
Right,
understand each
right,
other.
right. So I'm gonna do that show as Breakfast Club. I requested my opponent. His name is Cody Fluffman. He's on TikTok. He's jumped in my live a couple times here and there, and I want to work this kid because it'll be comedic gold. Like, we're not gonna even wrestle. We're literally just gonna shove donuts down each other's faces for 10 minutes,
Right.
and the crowd's gonna go home incredibly disappointed. But that's fine. So I did take 2 wrestling bookings, but here's the best part. This guy wants to sign me to a contract for 10. I was like, I don't know who you're talking to, pal. I don't sign contracts for 10 shows.
10 shows? Well, wait, I mean, it flabbergasts me. Is he, this is like, is he filming them? Is he doing so? I don't understand.
I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to call my agent Howard Brody to take care of this.
If he wants to do 10 shows, the next show you need to break up the fucking Slambinos and go to the Breakfast Club, because 10 shows you could definitely make some real money selling your own merchandise.
But this guy, he won't do it. He wants to. This is all because
You're a worker. Handle him.
I understand. The guy who wants us really is a guy from Chicago who managed us when we went to Chicago a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Italian gimmick.
Oh.
I worked 10 of the 11 minutes of the match, just like still in the apron, saying that his back and his neck hurt. Ended up taking the worst hip toss I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, so whatever. I'm wrestling again. That's the bottom line here. Nobody cares about the other garbage around it.
So this whole situation is like you're booked so that somebody else can be on the show.
I don't know. My demands are so high. I do not think he's going to call me back Saturday.
Oh, so this is like this is the fuck you price. Like I really don't want to do this, but if you pay me this,
we'll see.
I'll show up and pretend I'm
not
happy.
banned on TikTok anymore. I'm free. I've got 16 drafts ready to go, and I think I'm going to post another one when we get off the phone.
Yeah. I mean,
it's exciting.
I don't want to be that guy because you complain when I'm that guy. But what are you doing? Because it sounds like the mic's swinging away from you, or you're
not
like
doing anything.
You're moving around, or you just
no,
like
listen,
broadcasting from your closet.
First of all, 2 things. Number 1, everybody thinks you're a dick, so just continue to add to that. Number 2, I didn't say anything at first because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, but you got to stop eating. You're breathing over there like Jabba the Hutt. Like
what are you talking about?
When you go back and listen, you're going to hear you sound like that's what you sound like.
I don't think so.
You do.
I don't think so.
You do.
Maybe
maybe
I'm just holding the microphone too close to my face.
No, maybe you're fat.
Well, I mean.
Oh, Vandal just walked in. He said you're fat.
Well, I'll shit in one hand and put his opinion in the other and see if either one has any weight to it.
Oh, I'm going to go with your fat.
Okay. Well, I mean, you
know what? Let's take a poll.
Yeah. Oh,
he said you and Marco are the next fat boys. You got a special stuff.
Yeah, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. So why don't you go to a more secure location where Vandal isn't creating interference on your line there?
No, this is it. You're making it up. There's no breaking up. You just don't want to hear it.
You'll listen to it. It's at about 13:45. You can check it out for yourself.
No, that's you breathing heavy.
Okay.
Put the glizzy down.
Where are we going from here?
I honestly don't even know.
All right.
We've totally gone off track.
You have entirely derailed this thing.
We always we've been talking about having a more nice formatted show where and every day we get on and it's like we go to left field and then we're running to third base and then we're in right field and then we're scoring a touchdown and then we're kicking soccer. We're not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah. Well,
but I think that's what makes it work.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't know.
You got to stop being mean, though. The fans, they keep messaging me that they said, man, he really is grumpy. Like, what is his problem?
About in regards to what? Let's address
They say you're very snippy on the podcast. That's the rumor around town.
Oh, yeah? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll make a note of it.
You're very snippy. Snippy.
I'll make a note of it. I'll work on it. I just, it's like it's just all the pressure of having to carry you through this whole thing.
Well, I tell them it's the pressure that you haven't been with a woman probably in 45 years.
Oh my God.
And or it's the pressure of your pants about to explode because you ate 3 pizzas before
See,
you got on the air.
see, now you're getting so personal on so many levels.
You know what? It's because I'm back. I'm back on TikTok. It's a good day. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, and I get those. I would like a little sympathy for this abuse. I mean, you're being the dick today. I don't know. You
You're
know,
right. You're right. You're right.
you
You're
know.
right. You know what? I don't want to get banned from the podcast.
Listen, let's
Let me change
both
my
be
attitude.
let's both be dicks and talk about Marco's hairstylist.
I felt like we blew past that the other day. So just so everybody knows, we have a little thread, a group thread. It's me, Ben, Marco, Blake. Marco makes a comment about it was like in passing, like my hairstylist, and Blake was like your hairstylist, and then you guys went on something else, and then that's when I came in, and I was like, are we just gonna blow past it? Marco has a hairstylist,
Right.
so number one. He is like Jay Leno hair, so his hairstylist must suck.
Can I tell you he showed up with a real haircut today, but he shows up every morning to work looking like he I don't know, stuck his finger in a light socket. You know,
I see it in the videos. Yeah,
and that's even later in the day. After by the end of the day, he's thrown the cap on so many times to go like deal with customers or whatever else that it kind of pushes it down. But in the morning, it literally looks like he took a fork and stuck it in an outlet.
he looks like what's that guy's name that's in Joe Dirt, and he's an actor. He was like in Saturday Night Live, more cowbell.
Oh, Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken hair. It always looks like it's like electrocuted.
Right. So yeah, I don't want to get into the bigger fuck show story of work as to why he may have gotten a haircut, thinking that
Yeah.
by the end of the week he may have needed one for something. But he apparently decided it was time to get a haircut, and so he went to his hairstylist. I mean, even if it was a hairstylist, I would never call it a hairstylist.
I'd be like my barber.
My barber, right. Even if I
get a haircut.
Even if I went to one of those places that it cost $125 and it was,
Right. You guys would never know. I would
Right.
never tell you.
Of course, same here.
Can I ask a question? Though? Did he get the salt and pepper hair like a little? Did he get like dyed? Because he's going gray.
I mean, I don't know. He's a dude. I'm a dude. I don't check it out. I'm not like looking at his hair. Like the most it is I notice he got a haircut. Like I don't. It's a passing glance. I go, oh, you got a haircut. That's it. I don't look at it. I don't look how it looks. Yeah. I don't give a fuck because I'm.
You know what my favorite thing was from this week though.
What was?
The video you posted of him eating the pancake, dipping in the syrup, and somebody commented, "A sloppy eater makes a great lover." That was by far the funniest thing. I called you about it. I was like, "This woman just said that because he's a sloppy eater, he's a great lover." Yeah. It's probably his hairstylist who wrote that. But.
It might be. He also claims that she was flirting with him for the entire haircut, and I'm not.
You're gonna get him in trouble again. Here we go.
Why? He told his wife.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because he mentioned it today that she was like, "Why would you tell me that?" And he's like, "Because we're married. We tell each other everything." And on my hand, and also he's being on the up and up. Like it's like
right.
Or maybe it's like one of those, someone tried to fuck me. Just appreciate what you got.
He'll be having to sit down with Margaret and Natalia tomorrow. Thanks to you.
I think he misinterpreted like an extra like maybe at the end of the haircut when they have the little broom that whisks all the hairs off.
Right.
Maybe it accidentally touched his thigh and he thought that was a move or something because he doesn't know any better.
Well, he is married.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna ruin his life. One podcast at a time. We're gonna with the
first. That's probably the first thigh brush he's had in a while.
Easy, but with the orgy looming, I don't know that we need to.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Well, once you're on thin ice, you might as well dance. So,
my God. Well, I'll make sure to have plenty of brushes to brush his thighs.
Right. She was like, she went to blow the hair off the tarp on over his shoulders, and I thought he was blowing it in his ear.
Oh God, he's gonna be in so much trouble tomorrow. This is great.
Yeah. So but as to what you were saying, I don't know. It looked like he got a competent haircut by a professional. That's as far as I know. I didn't look to see about salt and pepper or whatever the fuck else you were
Hairstylist.
talking about. Yeah,
Wow.
it was just the hairstylist thing. I noticed it when he said it. I was just
I go to Great Clips.
yeah. Well, I don't even know. Here's what I do. I don't even know what the fucking place is called. It's just the closest one by me. It could be Tiger Cuts or Sports Clips or I don't know which one it is. I don't know what it's called. But I've been going there whenever I got a haircut for the last like 4 years.
Yeah, I just go to the one that's the mile down the road.
Yeah.
And then like I see guys who are like, "Oh, I'm waiting for Karen," and I'm like, "They're like, are you waiting for someone?" I was like, "Whoever can cut my hair, I don't even care." Like, first up, let's go. I don't got time for this.
Well, that's what I do. But what's funny is that every time especially when I had the hair short. Right. Is you would get a cut and they would give you a business card with their hours on it. And then next time I came in there, I wouldn't have reserved and I'd be like, yeah, I'm just whoever's next. And the person that did it last time sees me and they're cutting hair and they know I'm not going to wait for them and they get all sad looking. And it's happened like 4 times. You almost want to rotate. Right. And have like 4 places within an area and hit each one so that by the time you go to return, it's been like 8 months or something instead of like a month or 2, you know.
I've gotten lucky the last 3 times with the same woman, so.
Oh, yeah, but not on purpose.
No. I mean, one time she was the only one working.
Well, according to Marco, you'd be dating.
I mean, I don't even want to go there. Margaret's listening.
Yeah, well,
Margaret, I'm sorry.
I'm not purposely trying to get him in trouble, but it's kind of fun. So
it is. I mean, listen, Margaret, if you're listening, you need me and Ben to come sit in on this intervention. We gladly will come moderate it.
Yeah, we'll stream it live.
We'll stream it live. That's all I got today. I got to go to Publix. I got to get ready for Fetch It so to come over here. Vandal's over here. He's got guests. He's drinking a beer. It's the middle of the day. The guy's drinking a beer.
Your beer or his beer?
Yeah. Well, you want to end it on this? He's done my laundry. He's folded it. He's cleaned my house. It's not bad.
Oh, like the old days, huh?
No, I just need him to brush my thigh.
So you're calling it? I had stories. Okay.
What do you have stories about?
Well, when you had the Mr. Perfect story, and since I don't think I'm gonna be able to get you to tell it now, I was gonna tell one of my Anvil stories, but
no. If I can't tell my story, you cannot tell yours.
My Jindy Anvil Night Art story?
Nope.
Why?
It's breaking up. I can't hear you.
God
break it up.
All right, I'm going to tell it next week because it's good.
If you're telling yours, I'm telling mine.
Okay. But I'm going first in case anything happens with yours.
It'll be story time.
I don't want the podcast ending abruptly because you told
Nothing on the agenda but story. Well, if you didn't have to poop last time, we would have been fine.
No, that was was that the first time or the second time?
Vandal just said when you eat 3 pizzas, that's what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that he was part of this podcast.
Special guest.
No. Yeah, special is in Special Olympics. Special
Olympics. All right, goodbye.